Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. Today we're going to take a look at Chapter 9, Lesson 1, Probability of Simple Events. What I would like you guys to do is kind of focus on this little section right here. So this just says that the probability of an event happening it's going to be a fraction here. So the numerator is going to be the number of favorable outcomes and the denominator is going to be the possible outcomes. So if we were talking about rolling a die and getting a 5, so the only way you can get a 5 is if you land on a 5, so there's only one way to do it. And there are 6 possible outcomes. You can get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So the probability would be 1 over 6. Now let's mix it up a little bit and say what would the probability of rolling an even number be? Well, if you were to think about that there are 2, 4, and 6. Those are the even numbers. So there's 3 favorable events. 2, 4, or 6 is an even number. And there are 6 possible outcomes. So 3 over 6 is the same as 1/2. So the probability would be 1/2. Okay, all right, that's pretty easy. Let's move on down to the first problem here. So did I just say the first problem or the first problem? I think I said the first problem. In any case, let's take a look at this. For each bag below, describe the likelihood of picking a gray marble. So they're not looking for definitive answers here, you guys, just kind of the overall likelihood. So in this first example, the likelihood of getting a gray marble, there's only one. And there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's only 1 over 7. That's the probability. And so it's definitely not certain. It's not likely. It's definitely not impossible. I'd say it's probably unlikely that we're going to get a gray one out of the 7. Okay, picking a gray marble is certain, likely, unlikely, or impossible. Well, there's 7 gray marbles, and there's 7 altogether, so that's going to be 1 over 1. That's the same as 100%. So we are certain to pick a gray marble. Okay, let's look at the last one here. Picking a gray marble. Again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gray marbles. And there's 7 marbles altogether, so 6 over 7. I think I actually like the thicker font as opposed to the skinny stuff. In any case, it's not for sure. It's not impossible. In fact, there's a lot of gray marbles that are up there. That's not even unlikely. It's very likely. 6 out of 7 chances. So 6 out of 7 chances is likely. Okay, moving on down to the next one. All right, here, let's see. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Let's see if we can write on this. There we go. So a spinner with 6 equally sliced slices is shown below. The dial is spun and stops on a slice at random. What's the probability that the dial stops on a gray slice? So the probability is just going to be the number of favorable outcomes. So in our case, that's going to be the number of gray slices, 1, 2, and 3, over the total possible number of outcomes. And that is going to be, if I start down here at the black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 6, I actually didn't even need to count that up, did I? Because it told me right there that there's 6 of them. So we've got 3 over 6, and that is the same as 1/2. Okay? If you had to convert that to a decimal or a percent as a decimal, it would be 0.5, or 0.50 as a percent, it is 50%. Okay, I'm not too sure what ALEKS wants. It might ask for a half, it might ask for a percent. Okay, I don't think it's going to be a decimal. Okay, moving on down to the next one. Okay, number 3 here, you guys. I'm going to change this to a green. I like that. Okay, a box contains 10 cards labeled J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, and S. One card will be chosen randomly. What is the probability of choosing a letter from N to Q? All right, so from choosing a letter from N to Q, that means we can choose an N, O, P, or Q. So there's 1, 2, 3, or 4 favorable outcomes. So we would say 4 favorable outcomes. And let's look to see how many we have all together. And all together we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have 4 over 10. We're going to go ahead and simplify that. They want it in as a fraction in simplest form. 4 over 10 is the same as 2 over 5. All right, easy section, huh, you guys, right? Okay, I think we got one more to do. Okay, let's see. We got the pen tool working. An organization will give a prize to a local artist. The artist will be randomly chosen from among 3 painters, 7 sculptors, and 12 photographers. So how many artists do we have all together? We've got 3 and 7. That gives me a 10. And we've got 10 plus 12 gives me 22. So the probability is going to be, and we just said that we're going to have 22 altogether, right, you guys? So what is the probability that the artist chosen will be a painter or a sculptor? So let's see, we have 3 painters and we have 7 sculptors. So these are the favorable outcomes. We can get 3 or 7, so there's 10 possible outcomes that are favorable that we like. So we've got 10, there's 22 artists altogether, so we're going to go ahead and simplify that. 2 is going to go into 10 5 times, and 2 is going to go into 22 11 times. So we're going to write our answer as a fraction in simplest form. So there we go. We've got, how's that for an arrow? We've got 5 over 11. That's it for chapter 9-1, you guys. I don't anticipate that you guys having too many problems, but if you do, make sure you guys reach out to me. The other thing that you guys probably noticed, at least for the year 2020, that this is the first time that I'm doing everything based on ALEKS, okay? Anyways, good luck.